Hello, welcome to Flower Juice. My name's John McDonald, and today we're going to make a really funky arrangement using this fantastic green pot. Now, I absolutely love this pot. It's a bit of a vintage pot, and I think it's one of the ones that they would call a lava vase, which kinds of comes from Germany or Europe from the 70s or the 60s. So we've got our funky pot, and we've got some lovely guelder rose. I've got some beautiful white calla lilies. I've got a little bit of the green leucadendron. We've got some palm leaves. This is rafis palm leaf that we've cut into squares. I've got a couple of anthurium leaves this is a particular type of anthurium leaf that I absolutely love. And I've also got a couple of stems of cotton. And why I liked the idea of the cotton was if we're going to use green but we have white on the dish, we want to bring a little bit of white up into our arrangement. So the first thing I'm going to do is really use our callas first because they're quite a tricky flower to get into foam if we're going to use this foam, to get into foam when you've got a lot of foliage or that in it. So while this foam is nice and clear, we can actually put our callas in first. So I'm just using a knife to get us a nice clean cut and we can start to place our calla. So sometimes callas, their stems are a bit weak or they're not so good. These ones are nice and strong, which is great. And we can put them in now. So I really want to put them in and get a nice line with our callas. So our three first ones are probably our most important ones for our arrangement. So we've got them in and it's nice and clean. So I know that they're getting water in the foam and everything is good. So we'll just put all our callas in first is really what we want to do. And what I'm trying to do with this is create a little bit of depth by having one coming forward. We've got a little bit of a line overall, but not really overemphasized. So really, essentially, we're going up, but with a slight direction within it. So the next thing I think is important is probably for us to put in our cotton. And I really wanted our cotton to come in kind of towards the back, actually. So it was slightly secondary in our arrangement. And as you can see, this actually brings the white from our container up into our arrangement. So now we've got our main elements placed in here. What we're needing to do is think about our foliage. Now, this is quite dominant, so we're wanting to put something onto this side, really, to create a little bit of balance. So these large anthurium leaves are just perfect for this. So what I want to do with this one is just get it to come over the edge of the vase as well, because doing that also creates a bit of a connection with our pot. So straight away we've got a bit of balance visually, but we've also got that overlap with the pot. This is helping to hide our foam and our container there. So I'm just going to start adding our palm leaves. Now this big square one, isn't this fab? Normally I cut these into kind of spade shapes or diamond shapes, and they're a bit traditional, I think. And it was just when I was getting prepared there, I thought this would be quite fun to try and do it with the square. And I think that really gives a good effect. So I've cut two big ones, but we've also got some little ones as well. So we'll just pop them in. I love it. And we'll put one or two at the back. Really just to hide what's there. Now, I'll just show you what we've got. So we've really got this plane of leaves contrasting with the lines and the textures. So we're keeping it quite simple, but we're making it quite dramatic. Now, I think with our leucadendron, it's quite a strong material. What I'd like to do is really emphasize that stem by taking off a lot of the leaves. So this is a great material for giving us a little bit of height. Now, you have to really kind of keep an eye on where you're going with it and what you're doing with it. So and if you're not sure, then do what I just did. Just step back and have a good look and just think, is this working? So I was trying to go with the flow, but actually by going in the opposite direction, we've given more balance to this side, which was a little bit weaker. And we've created a nice contrast again with that direction. So really the last thing I want to do with this arrangement is just bring in some material just to fill in these spaces. So I've got this beautiful guelder rose. Now it can be a little bit tricky. Sometimes it likes to wilt and it can be a little bit of a pain. So the trick with it is really to give it a really good drink, to make sure that you look after it. But what I love about it is this zingy green. And this is really giving us a contrast with our white cotton, but it's also picking up on the shape of our cotton, so it's also sympathetic in the way that we're doing it. Now, we could use quite a lot here. It depends where you're going to put it. There's no point in putting it in if you're really not going to see it. So it depends how you're going to place this arrangement, where you're going to place it, how people are going to come towards it and view it. You don't want to be able to see any spaces or gaps, but you don't want to put in a whole load of material that actually it's not going to get seen anyway, so you're just literally wasting money. It seems a shame when we've got this beautiful branches of the guelder rose cutting the flowers off, but personally I find they tend to last better when they're used short. When they're on the branch, they seem to be a little bit more of a problem. Now, just one little flower in there. So really now from the front we have the perfect arrangement. Now at the back here we still have this quite open, so you can fill this in with some filler material if you've got any more heads of this, that if it's going to be seen from the side then I would come in from the side. But essentially that is our arrangement complete. So what we've got is we've got a funky vase that's quite dramatic in itself, but we've added some bold material and we've made an arrangement that would look stunning in any location. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to keep up to date with all our videos, then click here to subscribe and tap that bell and that'll give you a notification of all our new videos. So thank you for watching and we hope to see you soon.